Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
You did.
Bang, bang. 49ers. Gone. Forget about it. Just like we said.
Woo.
This was going to be domination. This was going to be destruction. This was going to be all of it. And it was. Just not in the ways we thought. This was old-fashioned, old-school Buddy Ryan will beat your ass into submission. Joey Shakes, what's happening, my man? How are you?
We have been waiting for this moment. We were trying to figure out if the Eagles can make it to this moment, and they did. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. All the crap talking all week and what we've been going through with these Niner fans and what they did to Rocky, and that curse is real. I got to say, it probably is the most realistic thing that we've seen this week, and they paid for it, and they got annihilated. They did.
Let me tell you, they called him Brocky, right? Right. Let me tell you, he's more like, I don't know if you ever played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but there was a character called Glass Joe. And he was 1 win and 99 losses. He's the first guy that you fight in the game. You hit him, he goes down. Brock Purdy is Glass Joe. Okay? He ain't Brocky. He's Glass Joe. One shot, boom! He's gone.
He's gone.
That's it. Doria Gomez, thank you for Super Chat. Goes bang, bang, bird gang. Absolutely. And the Eagles are headed to the Super Bowl. I mean, I got to say straight off to start this game, right? The Eagles get the ball first. Yeah. They go down and score, which is great. But, man, I thought everything was set up by Hassan Reddick. The tone was set by Hassan Reddick in those first 2 series, dude. He's a monster.
He is.
I mean, what are your thoughts, man, what you just saw? Watching him destroy Purdy and then come out. And really, I thought he had another fumble where he stripped the ball. But he's not a
finalist as a defensive player of the year. I mean, so underappreciated. And like last week, what he did this week, my God, it was the 1-punch knockout. That's what it was, and all over the place, man. It's crazy.
It just reminded me of like old school Buddy Ryan because, you know, it was like we're going to beat you into submission, and they literally beat the 49ers into submission. The 49ers talked about how they were the more physical team, and those players were alluded to it all week. Not in this game where you got your ass whooped. You got your ass whooped. I don't know what they were talking about. CW Gearhead, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, Kelsey Bowl is a go. I do not envy Mama Kelsey, but of course, I'm rooting for Jason and the Eagles. Bleed green for life. Thank you for super chat. Yeah, it's got to be hard for Mom, but you know, she's going to be happy in one way and sad the other.
Regardless, right?
Regardless, so it can't be easy. Flipping the birds. Thank you for super chat. He goes, I was at the game, Philly 500. It was bananas. Let's go. Oh my God, I wish I could have been there. It was so loud there. You know, it sounded like from the TV. I can't hear the announcers, but I could hear the crowd.
Right.
03, man. Thank you for super chat. He goes, I better see 500 shake that thing down like Hurts. What are you talking about? What does that mean?
I got no idea. I don't know what's going on.
These are coming quick and furious. We got 877 people in the chat already between both of us. Zay Boogie, thank you for super chat. He goes, Philly and Joey, what did I say at the start of playoffs? MVP versus people's MVP. Just imagine if Hurts outduels Mahomes and wins the Super Bowl MVP. And we're going to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, because, geez, I'm telling you, this is a hell of a Super Bowl. I think this was the hardest team that they could play in the AFC.
True.
I do. I think this is the toughest. I think they're going to win. But, man, King of Kings says, I told you, Joey, Chief versus Eagles. I told you, Joey, blow out the 49ers will happen, and the curse of the statue is real. Let's go, Eagles.
Yeah, it's crazy because I went into this like we went into last week thinking it was going to be a close game. You're facing your division rival 3 times. And then you go into this game thinking, and look, the 49ers defense is good. It is good.
Yeah,
I think they shot themselves in the foot a lot this game, but obviously the Eagles, are going to be underdogs going forward. We'll get into that later on, but they ran 140 yards rushing on them. They started to get the run game going later on. I think that really did help. And Kenneth Gainwell having these last 2 games have been, he's played good all year, but these last 2 games, Kenneth Gainwell is really showing up.
Yeah. Kai says, Philly 500, Joey Shakes, fudging, love you guys. Super Bowl is ours, man. Thank you so much. System of the Nod says, sorry I was late. I was taking a Brock turdy. Boy, I have 49er trolls in my chat at the beginning of this game.
And yeah,
boy, by the end of the game, it was quiet.
They
tried to accuse us of hoping for injury and all this sorts of craziness, dude. Like nobody is celebrating that, but I'm just celebrating that my man Hassan Reddick just double moonwalked that ass.
He did.
Alex the Ghost Daver Super Chat goes, the 49ers are the new team on my shit list. So, yeah, see, I don't really have a lot of hatred for the 49ers. I find that they were annoying here and this whole few weeks, but I they always hated the Cowboys, and that's why it never bothered me with them.
Right.
Tyree David Super J goes, huge fan of you both. Can I have a wrench? You certainly can. But man, it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Amazing.
Latverian Savage, David Super Chat goes, beat the Queefs. Love from a Raiders fan. Fly, you Eagles, fly. Thank you, Raiders fan. Yeah, Raiders,
thanks,
they
bro.
don't like the 49ers. Cowboy fans should be thanking us too. They don't have to worry about them getting another ring.
The rings.
Eddie Davis Super Chat goes, Reddick went full Doc Holliday on that Bang Bang Niner gang. Gannon, my goodness, had been this aggressive all year. It was not a Purdy day for Purdy. Yeah, it was not. Listen, I have to say, I believe that the Jonathan Gannon theory is real. Like after 2 weeks of the way he played so aggressive defensively, it's real, dude. It's real.
It's got to be. It's really got to be at this point. I don't know what to believe. All year he was doing things we didn't agree with, and even the last few weeks before of the regular season, we always want to find out are they actually hiding plays, offense and defense? Were they actually hiding a lot? And it looks like they did.
They did. Looks like defensively they did. King of Kings, David Super J, Joey and Philly 500. Honest opinion of how Hurts played because I'm worried just a bit. I thought Hurts. I thought Hurts didn't have his best passing game. He missed open guys. He missed the open A.J. Brown. That if A.J. Brown catches that, we probably get in a scoring position, maybe a 14-0 game, swings it to 7-7. I thought he missed a lot of passes, but he didn't turn over the ball, and he led us on 2 drives at the end of the half to go up 14 points, and he did what he had to do to survive and get through. So it wasn't his best passing game, but I feel pretty good about what he did.
I think it was a lot of things. I don't think it was a lot of people are saying it was all on Jalen Hurts besides the AJ Brown pass. I think it was part of it was play calling a little bit, certain situations when you're running the football on 3rd and 4 or certain situations like that. I think it was play calling. I think it was Hurts. I think it was a mixture of a little bit of everything. So I'm not making a huge deal about it, but
right. Mike, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. And we got over 1,100 people in the chat between both streams. If you guys or in my chat, click the link in the description. Go so up my man Joey Shakes. We want to thank you guys for being here. Torteville, thank you for super chat. Goes, the 49ers have a puncher's chance today. Greenlaw didn't know that though. Oh God, yeah. Oh my God. The other thing was the penalties. Like I was hearing so much about the penalties. You guys are getting all the calls. If you looked at the penalties, the hands to the face was hands to the face. The holding, the pass interference.
They were good.
The punching the ball after. Right. They were legit calls. The late hit on Hurts. Those were fair penalties. What are they talking about?
Yeah, they were great.
Backyard Birds podcast. David Super Chat goes, this was a new body bag game. It felt like it. At one point, well, you got Johnson comes in, and then he doesn't last. Sue destroyed him, and he gives him a concussion. Oh, my gosh, right? And he's out. And then they're talking about Christian McCaffrey is gonna have to possibly be quarterback. But then Purdy comes back in, and you could tell after 2 drives, you knew this guy could not throw the ball 5 yards, and it was over. And they were just sitting ducks at that point. There was nothing they could do. They could not throw the ball. And what did I say about Purdy anyways? I would challenge him to throw downfield, challenge the Niners to throw the ball downfield. Did you see them throw the ball downfield one time today?
Yeah, Johnson threw that one pass to Kittle, and that was it. Because really, Johnson was doing the same thing. He was sitting there. He was throwing a screen pass, a slant. Like, that's all he was doing. I mean, that was it. If the Eagles had 1% of pressure on either of those quarterbacks, they were going down or they were throwing it out of bounds. It was over. Absolutely. It was pretty much it.
Yeah, and that's exactly would have been the same way with Purdy in there. MVP Nation, David Super Chat. He goes, as a Cowboy fan, congratulations to you, Eagles. You deserve it. Thank you, my man. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jesus hit David Super Chat goes, 49ers took a lot of cheap shots after they started losing. Yeah, they got really crybaby-ish, didn't they?
The end, they got crybaby. That ending, that fight was crazy.
Oh God, dude, that was hilarious. Oh, dude, David Super Chat goes, Gannon had the G-string tight for his play calls. Bloody shot. Thank you for Super Chat goes, it's crazy how Hurts, 3 years in the NFL, made 2 Super Bowl, and Dak 7 years and can't win a divisional playoff game. That's right. Hurts has as many playoff wins as Dak Prescott, and he's been further in the playoffs.
Crazy.
That's pretty bad. Mike David Super Chat goes, I'm freaking naked right now, Super Bowl. Congratulations, Mike. Put on some clothes. Yeah, man, it was crazy. And these are coming fast and furious. I can't keep up. We have 1,200 people in the chat. Jesus hit David Super Chat goes, they are also committing penalties they were called for. They were definitely called for. They were trying to rough us up, trying to get away with stuff. It just wasn't working, man. And then they started getting frustrated, trying to do things, especially that defense got frustrated. I mean, the defense played well enough to keep them in this game, and you got to figure they got to get frustrated that the offense could not move the ball, and they knew the offense could not move the ball,
True.
Eagles gang says, Jalen went from quarterback with so many questions being Super Bowl. Eagle fans, we found our franchise quarterback. Absolutely. Sign that man right away. And there were reports this morning that they're going to. Yeah, so they're going to be signing him. There were reports this morning about it. Alex David Super Chat goes, Jalen Hurts has won NFC Championship. Already better than Dak. Agreed. And he's better than Dak Prescott now. I would not put Dak Prescott above him. I don't see how anybody could. No. Jared David Super Chat goes, Eagles front four going to be teabagging Mahomes all night. That's going to be an interesting game. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about that towards the end. Thumbo says, bang, bang, Eagles gang. Yes. I love it, man. What a beatdown. Nice. So were you concerned about Hurts at all in that situation? Like, his passing, he missed A.J. Brown that throw downfield.
I thought it was no. I mean, yeah, it was crucial. Like in a game like this, it's always crucial, and you kind of you put a little pressure on Hurts to make those throws because he always makes those throws. But the second half, end of the middle to end of the third quarter, like before that, they didn't really have any designed runs. I felt like the 49ers were kind of sniffing us out a little bit on those designed runs by Hurts, keeping it on those read ops, especially when we were backed up into the end zone and he tried doing it and it wasn't a safety. Thank God he rolled over Bosa on that, which really we were lucky on it. But once they started to design him a little bit more at the end after when he got up real slow, started to run a little bit, and then did those 2 QB sneaks. Like, I guess his shoulder wasn't hurting. I don't know, but I think they took away what Hurts is really good at, was keeping the ball in his hand. I don't know. I felt like they had to build him up by the end of the game, and like they didn't do too much with him run style wise in the first half. Right.
Yeah. Logan Taylor Super Chat, he goes, even if Smith didn't catch it, it was crazy after all. Look, as far as I'm concerned, that's a catch. They didn't challenge it. Right. And that was a hell of a play by Devontae Smith with that fourth down. Oh my gosh. I love Devontae Smith. Big T, thank you for the super chat. He goes, never thought I'd say this, but congratulations to Dallas for making the Super Bowl. Dallas Goddard, that is. I know, that's great.
So fun.
What a way to just stick it to the Cowboy fans. Our Gravy, thank you for super chat. He goes, Hurts needs to play better in the Super Bowl. Update on Landon. From what I heard about Landon, it was a hyperextension. He'll play with it. Might have to have a brace or something, but he's going to play. He'll be fine to play.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So he should be good to go. Frank Watson, thank you for super chat. He goes, Eagles proved who has the number one D line, number one O line, number one quarterback, number one rush attack. Chiefs will live in fear for the next 2 weeks. Boy, that's such an interesting game with so many possibilities, man. You know. Jesus hits. David Super Chat goes, Boss tried the left and the right no-go. I thought once they started running to the left, they started to seem to have success. Right. And they Gainwell had a couple nice runs. Miles had a couple nice runs. And they kind of started figuring them out at that point, I thought.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Stupid Siri. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're fine.
I don't know why. Will you go away? Go away.
Fine.
Stupid Siri. So yeah, it's crazy, right? But I mean, this was total domination, and it was just like we're going to impose and destroy our physical will on you. That's what I loved about it. It was like this is like classic Buddy Ryan. Like that's what Buddy Ryan's defenses used to do. Just beat the crap out of you into submission. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, but it came from the beginning of the game too, because it was like when they were coming through the tunnel, they were like doing all this stuff in the tunnel, and then they got to the field and Ward cut into Eagles warm-ups, and then him and AJ Brown had all that. Like the Eagles just showed up, man. Like simple as that. The disrespect they were getting all week.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. Our Gravy David Super Chat, he goes, Gainwell Sanders, these playoffs, let Miles walk. Oh, it's gonna be interesting to see. Like, I can't even think about the offseason right now. Like, I can't even think about it. We got one more big game, like the Super Bowl. I can't even start on all-season stuff until after the Super Bowl. I just can't do it. Nathaniel David Super Chat goes, officiating was awful during the Bengals game. Well, that Bengals game, like, the officials were way too involved, man. And that game, the way that both those teams play, they don't run the ball. The game takes forever. Fandom Media, David Super Chat goes, the last three teams who had the number one pass defense all won the Super Bowl. Hassan Reddick is going to be the Super Bowl MVP. Calling it now. He's the MVP today, in my opinion. I thought Reddick was the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Because he set the whole tone of this whole game, you know. He's a monster.
He changed the game.
Yep. Shiloh Murphy says a Kelsey Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean the storylines in this game are going to be crazy. Okay, Kai David for Super Chat goes, Gannon theory ain't real. No blitz, they could just throw. So we crept the defense up. Come on, y'all. It takes a quarterback with a broken wrist and no backup for Gannon to press. Well, I mean that they pressed last week too. I thought they played more aggressive last week versus Daniel Jones and the Giants also. He stayed a lot more aggressive. And yeah, of course, because of the situation with the quarterback, you could, play that a certain way. But he also did it against against the Giants last week too.
Yeah, true.
So it's not just that one game. Now we're gonna see Kansas City is a different animal because they throw the ball so well. Bill Wood, David Super Chat, he goes, the rest for these games is going to be Gage or who? I don't even know who that is. Do you know who that is?
I'm reading it slowly just to make sure we're not. Every time I see a weird name, I got to read it slowly.
I that's why I didn't say the last name part of the name. I wasn't sure what was going to come out of my mouth when I saw the last part of it say off. Shizzo, thank you for the super chat. He goes 121 passing, won't cut it against the Chiefs. Andy will try to jump on us early and force Hurts to push the ball downfield. I got it 38-35 birds. I think Hurts is going to have to be better throwing the ball. I do. I think so.
Well, if you're forcing turnovers and you're getting fumble recoveries, if you're doing stuff like that and you put the offense in short field position, I understand that might matter, but the defense is locked in. This defense could really put us in good position in the Super Bowl. So you never know.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see here. They said I missed a super chat.
Did you?
I don't know. I'm looking. I don't see. No, I read this one.
Yeah.
Frank approved number 1 D-line, 1 O-line, 1 quarterback. Yeah, we read that one. Then there's another one down here. Let me get to it. It's Frank as well.
Sorry, guys. This happens sometimes.
Sorry. We got 1,500 people.
Wow.
Over 1,500 people in the chat. So this is coming fast and furious. Frank wants to take for Super Chat goes The Chronicles of Riddick. I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I can't wait. Zeke fans says, I can't wait for you all to be humble. I can't wait for you and you Cowboy fans and 49er fans to sit on your couch next to each other talking about the 80s and the 90s and the 90s and 80s and all your rings and how nobody gives a shit. That's what I want from you guys. Cowboy fans stink. You guys stink. Jesus hits David Super Chat goes, Boss tried the left and then the right, and it was a no-go. Yeah, it's true. That's the second time Siri did that. Majal Berry, David Super Chat goes, Jalen Reagor was our number 1 2 years ago. How
scary. It's scary. Yeah. It's a joke. You good?
Shut up, Siri. No, hold on. Let me turn this stupid thing off. I don't know why. Yeah, we have a top 10 pick. So I will say this, like my instant thoughts about the draft. You have the top 10 pick. I keep that pick. That last pick is going to be either the last pick of the first round or the second to last pick. I'm trading that back for an extra second. Like
you're making that decision right now? You want to get another first rounder for 24?
It depends who's going to be there, obviously, but I might trade that. I might trade that first round pick into the second round. Maybe pick up another mid round pick, but we'll see. Yeah, but I'm keeping that 10th pick overall. Fly Eagles fly. David Super Chat goes, Hurts will clean up his throws. I think Hurts is going to have the game of his life in the Super Bowl. I trust Hurts to have a huge game in the Super Bowl. Trader Chris David Super Chat goes, no doubt Miles walks and the Eagles sign Hunt. The beginning of the Eagles dynasty. We are young, have tons of draft picks, and our rookies are getting experience. And we've got a lot of guys getting experience, man, for sure.
Right.
G-Fish David Super Chat goes, you smoke on the 49ers cigar packs later. Philly did. I'm smoking cigars tonight. Yeah, as soon as this video is over, as soon as this stream is over, I'm doing it. Mark Holmes made an apology. Congratulations, video. Meaning Eagles are a better team. Yeah, that must have been hard for him. KJ David Super Chat goes, Kern was awful today. We need Sippos. Oh, God, I know. Now, did punt hit a camera or something?
I don't know, because other games, like when they played AT&T Stadium, when it hits like the Titantron, they always have cameras looking at the ball, and they didn't, from the angle they showed it. Yeah, you can't tell a thin wire. How can you tell? I mean, Jake Elliott was pointing at the ceiling. I don't know, but he really didn't. If that wasn't the case, that even the other punt that he did, it wasn't good. Like you had them at the 40, 35, 40-yard line twice in that game.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. Hopefully Aaron Sippos comes back in a couple weeks. I mean, he should. Maybe. We'll see. But
yeah, he's been disappointing, dude, since we brought him back. I'm not going to lie. Jones is the only one worried me, but Kansas City. He's got, what, 15 sacks?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's good. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. That Kansas City game has so many storylines. Dumbo, David Super Chat goes, this is the Kelsey Bowl. You've got the Kelsey brothers playing each other, right? That's a huge storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Andy Reid coaching against his old team that he's the all-time winningest coach of with the Eagles.
Right.
So it's like, dude, this game is going to have some craziness to it, man. I think it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Mike Davis Super Chat goes, Brocky, more like sock dirty. I'm telling you, go look up Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Victory Cigar. Yes. People want to draft the young quarterback. I can't even think about it. Like, I'm so ready for this game. We got 2 weeks. I don't know how we're going to make it 2 weeks, man.
It's too long. It's too long.
You know? Oh, my gosh. Eddie Davis Super Chat goes, Hurts played the #1 defense. Relax on the worries. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. Like, he missed some passes, sure. But I don't know. I think that I think more than not, he's going to make those throws. I think he'll be good to go. You know, come this coming Super Bowl. Jesus, if David Super J goes, if Hurts wins the bowl, it will finish Wentz forever. Yeah, I think Wentz is already. I think we've already reached that point with Wentz. I think he's done.
Yeah,
Backyards Bird Podcast. David Super J goes, Dallas fired Kellen Moore. The upheavals begin. Remember when he was the greatest up-and-coming coach since sliced bread? And we wish we could have somebody as great and great as him. He stinks. Michael Davis Super Chat. He goes, yo, Eagles, go win. Go, Eagles. Prove once and for all the Birds teams are superior. Win it for all the birds of a kind. Yes, fly, Eagles, fly, 12-man. I agree, man. I'm so sick of hearing us. You know, you even heard it in this game. Oh, you playing a fourth-string quarterback. Oh, you guys could barely.
They're going to say that. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say that, was it the Eagles that really dominated, or did the 49ers really shoot themselves in the foot with these penalties and obviously 2 quarterbacks getting hurt, and then obviously the original cornerback coming back? But it's what they're going to say.
Yep. Tom Kidd, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, 49ers fan, the better team won. Go get that ring. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks, bud.
Shout out to you. Yeah, it's
what? Let me ask.
It was a hell of a game, man. I just felt like this was like old school. Buddy Ryan beat your offense down to nothing. Right. That's what it felt like. And Hassan Reddick to me stole the show because he set everything up early. You know what I mean? Dude, on that Purdy throw, did you think it was an incompletion at first, or did you think it was a football?
Well, because I didn't see him fist the ball in the air. Like, I didn't see that because it happened so fast. But like, that's not a forward pass. Like, I was like, how did the ball go like straight up in the air like that? If Reddick took his arm out, so I saw that and was kind of confused. But I wanted to ask you one thing: the Britton Covey. Okay, what's your whole thing on him taking these fair catches at the 10? Maybe a little bit. I didn't like that.
I think he's got to let it bounce. I think there's a couple of them that were touchbacks, easy touchbacks, but he takes it. And listen, that's been a problem. They had the first point of the game, they had Devontae Smith back there.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like, I don't mind, like, in the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl. If you want to do that then, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just don't like it back, you know, when you're talking about like week 6 or week 3 in the regular season. But now's the time to do it. Blue, I think Boston Scott should be back there, to be honest with you.
I do, yeah.
Blue Motivation David Super Chat goes, real talk, I do not see Kansas City line holding up against the Eagles line. It's going to be tough. And the question is going to be what's Mahomes' status? He looked like he re-aggravated that ankle today. Because I don't think he can run.
No.
He's get away from the Eagles defensive line like he did Kansas, the Cincinnati. It's not going to be the same. Trey Brown, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, it's sad that the Cowboys fire Moore right after the game. Cowboys only wanted the headline instead of winning. Love the Mark Holmes suffering. Go Birds. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy, right? They do that right at that point in time. Frank Watson, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, can we throw out some Howie Love? Dingbat needs a nap. Dingbat didn't sleep all night last night. Howie's got full committed apology videos coming at the end of the season. We just got to wait for him. But Howie has earned it. I mean, what can you say? The guy got us to the Super Bowl.
I know.
This whole off season. I mean, if you start back Hassan Reddick free agency, from that point, this has been a magical season. And to me, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, this would be the greatest season in history. This is better than 2017 season.
By a landslide. I wanted to ask you about the news on did you see the news on Jonathan Gannon today?
Yeah.
So that sounds like he is staying because I found out in my chat today in the live stream, I found out that Vic Fangio signed a lot of money. He got signed by the Miami Dolphins, which is huge. So maybe the Eagles never had negotiations with him, or
they told him that they're keeping what's his face, and you should go somewhere else. So Gannon says he's coming back, win or lose. So at this point, the way he's played in the last 2 playoff games, I think you got to bring him back. I think he deserves it. I don't see how we could fire or get rid of anybody after this season we had. I think he deserves to come back,
True.
I mean, listen, he's won me over the last few weeks. You just keep doing what you're doing. I love it. YouTube, thank you so much for Super Chat. He goes, I was more scared to play Burrow than Patty. I'm more worried about the Chiefs than I am Bengals. I thought with the Bengals offensive line, Burrow would have just been eaten up all night, dude. Mahomes, if Mahomes' ankle's healthy and he can move around a lot, he's just such a prolific passer that they can score quickly and they could keep things going. So we're gonna have to be our best. That defensive line is gonna have to dominate, man.
True,
it really is. Jordan Nixon, David Super Chat. He goes, remember the last time Mahomes faced dangerous D-line? Tampa had him running like a damsel in distress. Eagles 17-20. Fly Eagles fly. I love it. I mean, I think we're gonna win. Don't get me wrong, but I think this was the tougher of the two.
I think it's taken away his first read, and I think because you don't have that explosiveness, like even with his legs today, and then he's going to re-aggravate it because it's going to get worse. If it's a high ankle sprain, he's putting pressure on it. It's going to get worse, and if he gets tackled on the ground, it's only a matter of time. It's just going to get worse. So. Yeah,
no, I hear you. Torteville says, I'm betting the players talked to Gannon and told him to trust them more than allowing them to be more aggressive. I would love to know if that's the case because, I mean, it's working. It's working. Big T David Super J goes, 2 years ago today, 129-21, Sirianni had his infamous press conference that made everyone made fun of. Now he's going to the Super Bowl. Who's laughing now? Right? Nick Sirianni. Shout out to him and the coaching
You know what's
staff.
funny about that whole thing? When that press conference, not the Nick Sirianni, that was before it started when Jeffrey Lear was talking about Howie Roseman, and everybody in that chat, that live stream was saying, fire Howie, fire Howie. It was the funniest thing. It was the funniest thing.
I was right there with it.
I get it.
I was leading the charge because to me it was like I didn't want to lose Doug, and to me it was like they were going to have to make a choice between him and Doug, But it was the right decision. It was. We'll save that for an apology upcoming video. Tino says, watch Mahomes get injured when we play them. Imagine the narratives if we win and that happens. Oh, God. Oh, you beat a backup quarterback. That's all they can say. C. Brown, yeah, okay, you barely got beat by a team with no passers. Oh, man, these people, I don't know who they're talking about. I love the Dallas Cowboy fans. I got a couple trolls in there going, we would have killed you if it was us playing. But you couldn't even beat San Francisco. You had 9 points in the first half.
Your offense couldn't do
lucky,
anything.
Yeah. Philly 500, when they make a movie about this team, will you play Hurts? Yeah, I'll play Hurts, sure. Yeah, I'll play her. I'd rather play Kelsey.
Play Kelsey.
Yep. Now, is it true that Lane Johnson retore his groin? So he played on. Did you hear this morning? Last week, Lane Johnson tore his groin. He tore it again. And he played through it today.
Well, he did a pretty good job today shutting down Nick Bosa.
With a torn groin.
That's nuts.
He tore it last week. Yep. He's got to hang in there 2 more weeks too, man. We need one more good game from him.
That's it.
The update on Dickerson is that it looks like it's a knee hyperextension, and he should be good to go. He'll play. He might have to wear a brace or something on his elbow. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey can play lean, they're all saying.
Do it.
I can see 500-yard performance. Let's hope Hurts balls out. I think Hurts is going to have the best game of his career. They come in every week and tell us we're going to get beat. It's happening for 18 weeks. I know. Every week we're getting beat. It's so funny. Hello. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're from Philly. We don't care. EHS Eagles. Absolutely, man. 500. You're a lazy Eagle fan. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
You're so lazy.
I've been doing this every day, man. What are they talking about? Mike, David Super Chat. He goes, Hassan Reddick is your quarterback. Boy, yes. I'm a lazy Eagle fan. Why? Because I yawned? Man, I've been up all night. Bosa did play today, not very well. He did manage to talk some trash to the fans before the game, but that was it.
No, that was Joey. That was his brother.
Oh, it was Bosa. Oh, Joey Bosa. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know it was his brother. Oh, his brother's at the game. Kenzo says the offense is going to go off against the Chiefs' weak-ass defense. I love it. I think it's going to be awesome. The screen just went black. Which screen?
No, we're good. We're
about?
fine. I don't know. It's probably on your end. But sometimes YouTube does that. I've run to black screen videos playing. It's a glitch.
Can people see me? Or
yeah. I have it running on my phone. You're fine. I have it running on my phone right now.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Reddick is a true defensive MVP. I agree.
Crazy.
Philly, those receivers they have don't scare us. Are you talking about Kansas City? Scantling was pretty good tonight. Juju doesn't scare me. I don't think a lot of them scare us either. However,
Pacheco.
They have Pacheco. He's a little. He's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Pacheco. Listen, I think the Eagles are going to wind up winning this game.
I do too.
I think they win. Sean Davis Super Chat goes, this is the best offensive line defensive line combo in NFL. I have to think about that. It's up there. It's got to be up there. You know?
Yeah.
It's got to be up there. To beat the Chiefs, I think we need to run, keep the Chiefs off the field. I think Mahomes, a different animal, can take them. I think you're right. I think you have to run the ball on them. I think you definitely have to. Let's see here. The Chiefs don't run it enough to look, but look who their coach is. And they're not going to run enough. That's not their style. They're going to throw. But if you keep them off the field and you run the ball, you go down, you score points, and then you have your defensive line plays the way they've been playing the last month of the season. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Philly, what would you want at 10 if you were to win? I'm leaning defensive end, but I don't know. It just depends what they do in free agency, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's the free agency is going to be the main thing of what's going to happen. Like, we'll see the holes. Like, if Bradbury leaves or, you're losing Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Hargrave that are going to be free agents this year, we got to see the re-signs and all that. So,
yeah. Barron says Reddick is going to pummel Mahomes. I think so, too. I definitely think so. As Jordan Davis was playing today, he made a couple nice plays, actually, on the run game.
Yeah, he did. He did.
All right, Mizzle says, Joey, he missed my super chat.
Who?
Did I miss a super chat, or was it a?
No, he might have. I think.
Or was it a super chat, or
it was super. It was super.
Right.
Yeah, it's there. It's a blue.
I'm looking. How far up?
Not too far. A little bit, but not too far.
What time do you have a time stamp on it?
Yeah, 11:33.
Okay, so I got to go back down. I'm going looking for
my time. 11:33 my time.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I'm looking. 8:33. 11:33. 8:33 me.
Sorry, guys.
I got it. All right, Mizzle. I'm sorry about that, man. Didn't mean to. Because I got 8 years sober today, and we're going to Super Bowl. Good day. 8 years sober,
Congrats,
man.
dude.
Congratulations, man. That's
Huge.
tough, man. That's tough. Congratulations, man. Shout out to you. Definitely, man. Shout out to you. Bite of Life says, what up, Joey and 500? I appreciate you guys and all the work you do to bring us content. Super stoked for the Super Bowl. This is going to be an exciting game. Jalen's going to be back on track. I think it's going to be an awesome game.
It'll be a great game.
You know, it's got to be one of the best offensive defensive line combos that I can remember. It definitely is. 03 says, we smoking on that Niners cigar. Light up, yes. Andre says, we got to get ourselves Kelsey Bowl. Just can't wait. I know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. Yo, along with David Super Chat goes, white rerun. 500, Joey, you need signature move. You need a signature move.
I don't have one. I got to figure one out.
There you go. He'll figure it out. Patrick Stewart, thank you for Super Chat, my man. Eric says, I think Hurt's shoulder is affecting his deep ball. It could be. I mean, it could be. It may be way worse than we know. And we won't know until the end of the year. Maybe he has surgery or something like that. Well, hopefully not. But you don't know. Sports Fury. Shout out to the Sports Fury. Thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you for coming through. He says, yo, congrats on moving onto the Super Bowl. Hell of a win, Birds. Thank you, man.
Thanks, bro.
I assume that's Josh. Thank you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sports Fury. If you guys haven't, go sub them up. I'm sure you guys all are subbed to them. If not, you're crazy, but you need to sub them up. But thank you. Thank you. We love it, man. We love it. Celio says, best O-line since 92,000, and we're even better. It might be right. I mean, I have to think about it. But what they have is that the offensive line, defensive line are nasty. Today, they reminded me of the Buddy Ryan defensive lines by just the way they punished the 49ers. You know?
Yeah, it was really aggressive.
They said Joey could do the truffle shuffle.
Oh, no.
Jason said he was wearing Travis jersey for his game, and then it's coming off Kelsey Bowl. I saw a thing where Kelsey tweeted that he's no longer rooting for Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, it's gonna be. If I was them, I wouldn't even do my podcast.
I would.
I would not do it. I would just build up the hype, just skip it, and act like we're not talking to each other. GW Gearhead David Super Chat goes, Jalen made me eat my own foot. He definitely showed me the dedication to be Eagles. I hate football and Mal syndrome. I hear you. He's done a lot. Celio says a lot of stuff. Like when the day he did the prediction, right? And this is why I know he trolls. And I think he just wants to work people up. Because he was talking about how great the 49ers are the whole day. How great the 49ers are. And then all of a sudden he picks the Eagles to win. It's like, come on, you picked the Eagles to win. You know the whole time the Eagles are better. You're just trying to get all these people worked up. I know how he's doing. Thank Burrito David Super Chat goes, Hassan Reddick totals stats: 19.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. And not in the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm sorry, dude.
Crazy.
He's better than Parsons this year. All the talk of Parsons, he's better. Kev Smitty David Super Chat goes, let's go Birds. Got them at 50-1 before the season started. It's my tradition to put $100 on them every year since I moved to Vegas. 50-1. Oh man, I hope you win, man.
Mm-hmm.
Clutch Nation, David Super Chat goes, Clutch Eagles 37, Kansas 20, second Super Bowl. Fly Eagles fly. I love it. It's going to be crazy this week, man. It's going to be a busy week.
Next
for us.
couple of weeks. Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
What's crazy is, and you were saying this last night, is you basically have the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's over, and then a couple of weeks later, you got free agency starting. So, that time, after the season where it's nothing going on for 2 months, we don't have to deal with all that this year, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's a short span. Yeah.
Short span, get a little break, and then get back at it with free agency, get back at it with the draft, piss a lot of people off, go into the summer. Let's get going. Time to go defend our title. It's going to be awesome.
I know.
Joey Porter Jr. ain't him. A lot of people like that kid.
Yeah.
Sirianni isn't even a coach of the year candidate. Yeah, he beats all the coaches of the year. I love it, man. I love it. I think this is such an interesting Super Bowl too, man. The Eagles and the Chiefs. It's just an interesting matchup. Yeah, Lane Johnson had Bosa on his booty all game. I know Lane Johnson's unbelievable.
Tough.
This team, man. Truthfully, who appointed Dallas America? Yeah, Dallas is definitely not America's team. Does anyone actually even get unsubscribed to you, though, or is it just part of your intro? No, they get literally unsubscribed.
It's true.
I get like it goes through waves. Like I could tell by the analytics when it's going to start doing it. You'll see like I'll get like sometimes like last couple weeks ago I had like 43 subscribers disappear, and then when that happens, I'll start getting people start like emailing me or DMing me. I got unsubscribed, and they think that I unsubscribed them.
Oh, you blocked
like
them.
It was like I blocked them or something. I'm like, no, it's not me. That is not just part of my intro. That is reality, and the only way people can kind of know is they got to check. JM Davis super chat. He goes, Wentz got to be sick and angry, throwing up punches, the air bazooka, killing deer right now since both of his Philly backups got to the Super Bowl. Oh man,
got no one to blame but himself. Got no one to blame but himself.
I wonder if Howie's texting him happy smiley face.
Remember that? His wife crying.
Oh my God. He's telling me, get your ass out there and play. And Carson's throwing up. He's got the big woogie marks all over his face. Oh man, that's gonna be a HBO Max series. I don't know how to say your name. Thank you for super chat. 500. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, you have to get a pet fish. I'll get a pet fish. My kittens will probably eat them. I'll get a pet fish. Patrick Stewart. The Niners stood no chance with Purdy or not. Fly, Eagles, fly, Super Bowl bound. Absolutely. Niners didn't have a chance.
Oh, how about Avonte Maddox today? I thought he played really well. I mean, he's the only guy that's probably 100%. Like a lot of these guys right now are have got some injuries or not major injuries, but guys are banged up at the end of the year. I thought he played really well. Having him back is definitely huge.
Yep. Oh yeah, I agree. Lane Johnson's a beast, straight fat. Oh yeah, Lane Johnson. I mean, they said before the game he tore his groin completely last week in that game, and he's played through it. CW Gearhead David Suchet goes, Dallas needs to go dust off the VHS player. Remember their glory days. Eagles better than Dallas. Absolutely. If the Eagles get 2, Dallas will say, well, we got 5. You only got 2. But the funny thing is the Cowboy fans, most of them have seen both the Eagles Super Bowls and none of the Dallas ones. Goosely Dave for Super Chat. He goes, what a story for Hurts. Victory celebration night. Joe, you doing anything victory-wise tonight?
Yeah, a couple vids tonight.
Yeah, I'll do my victory cigar video, and then tomorrow at some point I'll have a video or 2 out. Morgan Holmes, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, I've become a fan of Gannon. Much respect to say, nah, I'm staying here. But on another note, we going to the Super Bowl. Thus, team is special. Very special. Listen, Gannon's won me over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And even though that sometimes it pissed me off in the regular season, I still would say you got to bring him back. And I think he's earned that right, man.
Yes.
So I'm glad he's coming back. I think Steichen should come back too.
He might because of I think with Frank Reich signed with the Panthers, it might have limited him from signing over there. So he could be back.
Yeah, I think Ryans is going to Houston. I think that's why what's his face isn't whatchamacallit. Anthony, they were super checkers. Do you think we let Bradbury walk? Go Birds. I think it's going to be hard to sign Bradbury because he's going to be like a top 3 free agent in free agency. I would franchise him personally. I would try to keep him. I would try to keep him. I would sign Hurts to an extension, have it kick in, not next year, but the year after. And then I would take that money that extra money I would have, and I would franchise tag. I would franchise tag Bradbury for 1 year. That's what I would do.
Good.
Yeah. And says, Lane said it feels better now that it tore all the way because nothing is pulling as much. Damn. That's that. I'm glad, but I'm not glad. I mean, that sucks,
I know.
That's awesome. BB13, are you really asking me to name the quarterbacks we beat in the playoffs? I'll say this. We beat Brock Purdy. Did you? You literally couldn't beat the 49ers. You guys stink, man. You had 9 points in the third quarter against them. What's wrong with you? You guys can't move the ball. Everything was set up for Eagles-Cowboys NFC Championship game. Everything. But you guys choked again. You can't come out there with that stupid Dak Prescott thumbnail and Jerry Jones, 1,386 years old, and actually make that comment. That is some bullshit. How can you make that comment? How can you make that comment, Joey? They stink. They do nothing. They do nothing. They can't. Dak Prescott has 2 playoff wins. Jalen Hurts has as many playoff wins as Dak Prescott has in 7 years, in 2 years. And he's playing in the Super Bowl. Tortyville David Super Chat goes, something you'll never hear, Cowboy fans. Your team just advanced to the Super Bowl. You can buy your official Super Bowl gear at Fanatics. Yeah, right. I can't believe they're going to actually, some Cowboy fans are going to come in and try to play that. You literally beat nobody. My gosh.
I get it. I don't. Couldn't move the ball.
49ers were so, they couldn't beat them. They couldn't beat them. The 49ers were so salty they committed 10 penalties. It was fun seeing them lose their cool. They lost their cool. That defense was frustrated because they did play good and they did keep them in the game for a while. But when you know that your offense can't score, it's got to be frustrating. It just has to be, you know?
Yeah.
CW Gearhead, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Philly and Joey, what would you rather do? Keep Epps or let Reed take over the second safety spot? Personally, I'd let Epps walk and keep Reed. I like his tackling over Epps. No, I like Reed. Did you see the shot Reed gave Deebo Samuel, then got the fumble? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Totally forgot about that.
Epps can't tackle, man. No, I would take him.
Oh, the McCaffrey one was kind of like, that really pissed me off. Like, what was it? It was Epps on the tackle, the shoulder by Chauncey Gardner. Mm-hmm. Can't do that, man. And with KC, they got a lot of speed, man. Like they catch you in space, and you're not on your stuff. They're gonna run all over you.
Absolutely. Patrick Stewart, David Super Chat goes, "You guys rock. I watch both of you all the time. How the Andy feel losing to the Eagles? Andy does not want to lose to the Eagles in the Super Bowl. You know he doesn't, and I don't want to lose to him. I feel like this is a little bit of revenge because we lost all those championship games, never won with him. I would love to get him back for all that. I really would. And I like Andy, and and I like Andy. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan too, but we gotta take you out. Devil Soldier, thank you for Super Chat, my man. Shout out to you. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Eagles will win. I think if they played the Bengals, they would have blown them out.
Will it be close? Will it be close?
I don't know. You don't know. I think a lot of it's going to depend on Mahomes' ankle. It's going to be Mahomes' ankle and Jalen Hurts' shoulder. It's going to be
right.
So we'll see. Let's see. Anthony Josephson, thank you for Super Chat. Serious question for you, Philly and Shakes. Did you notice Slay's inconsistent tackling lately? I find that concerning since Bradbury can tackle. Well, I felt Slay wasn't the greatest tackler ever since we got him.
Right.
Bradbury much better. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't feel like it's inconsistent of late. I feel like it's been inconsistent. That's just part of his game. What do you think?
I think the regular season too. I think it was part of like when he was giving up easy coverages. You know what I mean? Like we had problems with Slay when he, either they would have him off the line or they wouldn't shadow him on the number one guy, kind of like they did against the Vikings week 2. Like they weren't really shadowing him. They kept him on one side the whole entire game. And I think that was, you didn't give him something to do. You didn't get, just keeping him on one side, like, not shadowing the first guy. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. Like I think he's fine. I'm not really worried too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Random says the Chiefs got bailed out. That penalty was so stupid at the end where it cost them 15 yards. Because I thought this game was going to overtime. It was brutal. Cheese comes over Super Chat. He goes, Dallas fans can be happy about something. Goddard becomes the first Dallas to advance to the Super Bowl in the 21st century. Oh, my God. We even got that on them now. The Dallas Couch Boys. I know, right? It's exactly what they are. It was pretty quiet, though. I didn't really see too many Cowboy fans today. Mark Holmes is in a turtleneck. Thank you for Super Chat. It seems like the Chiefs blew their load today. We'll see. We got 2 weeks to build it back up. So we will see. Marsha Epps sends me every time. That's what he is, Marsha Epps. Because, man, I just keep going, Marsha. Marsha. Just like the Brady Bunch. Let's see here. I'm trying to get through these. We got 1,623 people between both channels in here. It's totally crazy. If you guys haven't hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll go like another 5 more minutes. How about that, Joe? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good.
Unless there's more to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still got more work to do. We'll never get done. And I gotta watch The Last of Us episode 3 tonight because my kids are watch it for more.
Right.
So I have to watch it before they watch it. An angry mob of New Yorkers has descended on the Empire State Building, demanding the building lighting be changed from green. And they want whoever tweeted a photo if fired, laughing my ass off. Yeah, so the Empire State Building put up Eagles green after the Eagles advanced to the Super Bowl. The Empire State in New York. Can you imagine what they're saying? They're saying that we want a real winner. We don't want the New York Giants. We don't want them to support us and to represent us. We want a team like the Eagles. How bad of a team must you be that your own city is putting up your rivals' colors, man? Can you imagine the Eagles putting up colors of the Cowboys if they were to win
like they lit up Lincoln Financial Field or something in like their colors?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Small town here says 5. Will Jalen Hurts surpass 100 yards past Super Bowl? Yeah. I
think he should.
He'll go well over 100. He's going to go maybe 300 yards. You will see Jalen Hurts' best game of his career and of the season, the Super Bowl. It will be the best game he's ever played. I believe that. AJ Always Open Brown says, yo, I heard about that. I can't believe the Empire State Building did that. It's insane. They're just saying we don't even want the Giants. We want a team like the Eagles represent us. Roy says, hey, Philly and Joey, I think it's sentimental that Kelsey's last game will be against his brother in the Super Bowl. I hope it's not his last game. The guy's still the best center in football. He could play another 2 years. I'm hoping he comes back. I'm really hoping that he's like, I won a Super Bowl. I want to try to, they win the Super Bowl and he wants to try to, he wants to try to see if he can win 2 in a row.
Right.
I hope he wants to defend it. What do they do with Juergens at that point? That would be interesting.
Got to play him next year. You got to do it.
Do you think there's any way they could bring Dillard back as guard?
Well, if he has a 5th-year option, what happens with that then? For $12.5 million.
They didn't pick it up. They didn't pick it up, which makes him a free agent.
Okay, so another team. All right. I was kind of confused on with the option. So if
they have to pick it up like last year before the season starts. If they don't pick it up, he becomes unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. They can still bring him back, but they just have to, he's going to hit the markup.
He might be a good backup left guard.
I know. I mean, the fact that he's actually done a decent job. I hate to lose him if I don't have to.
Right.
Fly, Eagles, fly. David Super Chat goes, can't wait for the new Mandalorian season. When does that start?
March 1st, I think.
Yeah. Unless tragedy happens, you can't rock our colors on the Empire State Building. Sincerely, a Philly guy. Right? I don't understand what's up with that either. Patrick Stewart, David Super Chat, he goes, Andy said he's coming for Philly, but the problem for him is bringing the banged up team. Still respect them, but they will lose. Of course they were going to lose. He always loses the big game, except for one time. He's going to lose it again. Dillard's going to Jets bet. Oh, I mean, he might.
Could.
Yeah. Man, what a tremendous victory today. What a tremendous domination. And it wasn't like they dominated through the air. It was like they beat their ass into submission.
And we didn't play our best. Offensively, we didn't play our best, and we still beat. And we killed them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary. It's really scary.
It is. It was beautiful. Sue had a great day. Sue destroyed it with his face.
God.
I mean, he hit him and he gave him a concussion. I was like, uh-oh. And I'm thinking, oh, here comes Christian McCaffrey. This is shades of the body bag game. This is going to be like Brian Mitchell playing against the Eagles on Monday Night Football. It was like that. This reminded me of good old football, man.
I couldn't stand the Josh Jobe penalty too. Like when he was getting choked on the ground, he got up, and I hate the retaliation penalties. Like they're not throwing the flag when it happens to you, but when you retaliate, like what did you think of the fight at the end of the game? Just in general, like what did you take?
I thought that the Niners were frustrated, and you know I thought they were making a big deal, but Jobe got a couple penalties. He got a penalty on the kickoff for kind of fighting, so he was a little bit amped up, I think, you know. But
yeah,
it is what it is, I guess. But I mean, I just thought that they got so frustrated because, and I don't blame them. I mean, dude, your defense is keeping you in it, and you're in a situation where, like, you know, your offense can't throw the ball for 5 yards. They're not going to be able to move the ball down the field, you know.
Yeah.
LT says 500. We heard the noise about how physical they were. They slept on us. We fight. Yeah, that's what they said all week. That they're more physical. They're more physical. They're the most physical. I don't think so. Not today. You got punched in the mouth and you couldn't take it. They thought they were bullies, but they got bullied. Is what happened. You know. Number 58 needs a ride home. Bengals left him crying on the bench again. Oh my God. I felt bad for that guy. That late hit cost them, man. And it was a late hit. I can't even say, oh, it was a bad call. He was technically out of bounds. You hate to see a call like that decide a game, though. You really do. Kev Smith, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, going to start a GoFundMe to send some Chief fans to Philly and get them an Uber to the Rocky statue as bait. Rule number 1, don't mess with the Rocket. Right. Don't mess with Rocky. Yeah.
It's a curse.
That's hilarious. That's great. BB13's just talking out his ass. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about.
I'm seeing it, yeah.
Not the Cowgirls fan talking shit in the couch. Yeah, a Cowgirls fan. Can you believe it? Sitting on his couch. But once again, his team loses. Fire your offensive coordinator because your quarterback stinks. Can't win a big game. Can't get out of division round of the playoffs in 7 years. And you're here talking about us. To us, I don't think so. Jay Hoffa says he needs to feel the pain. He shouldn't have hit him late. No, he shouldn't have.
No, I thought Reddick was going to get a penalty on the sack on Johnson because he put all his weight on Johnson. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag on that.
Did that ball come out? Did that ball come out before he hit the ground?
No, that was a different play. The fumble by Reddick's recovery, that was a different play.
No, the sack, Reddick made a sack on Johnson
right
the next series. And he comes up after the sack, he's holding the ball.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw that, and no, it was still their ball. Yeah, we didn't have.
I was like, I wanted to see that up close if that ball started to move because I was not sure. You know, Nando, David Super Chat goes, bang, bang, Philly gang, baby. Yes. It was Sue that got the sack, which injured Johnson. Yes, Sue put him into concussion. Sue gave him a concussion. But Reddick, man, Reddick to me was my MVP of the game. Reddick to me set the tone. He just single-handedly destroyed Brock Purdy, man. He said, Brock Purdy who? Brock Purdy didn't. When you saw Brock Purdy sitting on the sideline, he didn't want no part of that. He was like, I don't want no part of this.
After the elbow, he went up right to the coach and said, I can't. Like, he couldn't even – he knew he couldn't throw the ball.
Yeah. They claimed Johnson has hit the ground before. And it might have, Joe. I don't know. I didn't get to see it on the replay, a good look of it. But it looked like the ball could have potentially been moving. You know, Reddick is a monster. Not even up for Defensive Player of the Year. I just don't get it, you know.
Right.
The Rock Obama David Super Chat goes, the Empire State Building gets lit up in both conference champion colors. The lights change to red after Chiefs victory. Okay. But still, I mean, if I'm a Giant fan, I don't like it. Nah, you're not putting my rivals up. I would have skipped it and then put the Chiefs up. TK Yank, David Super Chat goes, been a fan of you guys all season. Thanks for all the great work and go Eagles. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
man.
TK.
Appreciate it. 41-33, man. Thank you for super takers. 100% Reddick took that ball away. I'm gonna have to watch it again because it looked close to me. LA, thank you for super takers. Giants fan here. Hate y'all, but I don't see how Kansas City has a chance outside Mahomes' miracle. Eagles are too talented from top bottom. Congrats on your second Lombardi. Thank you. We got to get it first, but thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Fred, thank you for super takers. Yo, 500 brother Shakes. What happened to them whiners? Much love going to the bowl. They're whining.
They're
tonight.
whining at each other now.
They're whining tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, is there any, before we get out of here, we're over an hour in. I know you got videos you want to do. I got videos I want to do. Is there anything final thoughts, man, you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, we physically and mentally beat the 49ers today. I mean, that's what we did. I mean, we showed up, we struggled on offense a little bit, but at the end of the day, like we harassed this team today. We struggled and still harassed them, and 31-7 is just insane. Like you're going to tell me that was going to be the score of the game. I wasn't even going to be that close, but I think this team is ready. This team has 2 weeks to prepare, and Jalen Hurts going to be looking at tape tomorrow morning. you already know he's not, job's not finished yet. It was great too, because Devontae Smith, John Clark asked Devontae Smith in the locker room today. He was like, when you guys like have these big wins and you guys say job not finished yet, like where does that come from? Where do you guys get that from? And Devontae Smith was like, Bama. And it's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's great. And it's great. It's a great way to be, great attitude to have. But let me thank, we still have 1,500 people here.
Wow.
Thank you. If you're in my chat, click the link in the description, go sub up Joey Shakes. We thank you guys so much. It's been a great season, wonderful season. We still got one thing. We still got one more game to go before we get into all season. Harak, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Thank you so much for joining, man. Shout out to you and welcome to Dingbat Nation. I appreciate it. I'm going to be talking about the Super Bowl. I'm not going to be really getting into the off season until after this Super Bowl is over. But thank you so much, everybody, for all your support. It's just been tremendous growth this season. It's been crazy, and it's going to be a fun Super Bowl, a crazy off season, and we're going to get another one, Joey. We're going to get another one.
I hope so, man. I feel it too.
Yeah. But with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go do my cigar video. I know Joey's got stuff he's got to do, and we're gonna let the Cowboys crying as always take us out, because let's face it, this is the highlight of their last 20 seasons. With that said, guys, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. We out of here.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
One more play. We had one. Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker running from
what you doing? To get off the field on third down. What was that bullshit? That is not right. Kellen Moore, he's gotta be better, man. Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more play. We had an opportunity to win that game at the end. But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us. I'm upset, but the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.